Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, October 15th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, MSTY, AMZY, and yeah, that's it. So, yesterday I posted a video, kind of a new series. We'll call it a short series, although it could continue maybe every other month at that point. But what I'm doing is I'm showing the change of each underlying fund. So every YieldMax fund has an underlying stock. Every covered call ETF that your YieldMax runs has an underlying stock, and they do covered calls on those stocks. And covered calls work very well when the stock doesn't move much. So what I'm doing is I'm tracking the movement of the underlying stocks week to week to see how much they actually do move. And I'm using 5% as the true indicator to see how much above or below 5%, up or down 5% it can go. So I'm going to do what I did is I compared them. Yesterday's video, I compared them from the launch of the fund. But what I'm going to do actually on the next one is I'm just going to compare it from January of 23 and compare the same timeline for not only the 5 stocks that you see on the page, but I'm going to add 5 more on the next video. And I'm also going to grade them. So stay tuned for that. But yes, if you want to see what I posted yesterday, I'll pin that to the top of the comments, and you can go check it out. But it's something I've been working on for a little bit, a few weeks, because the formulas were honestly a complete pain in the ass. And this was based on what someone had asked me in the Discord a few weeks back as well. So hope you guys enjoy it. But anyway, today's video is about trades, the daily trades. Who had a trade? TSLY had a trade. Oh, that must be CONY. Yes, it is. Shocker. And CONY had a trade. That's it. All right, so that's not bad. Good thing, because busy day. I got home late. Took the kids a great adventure, and you know how that goes. Anyway, so what do we got? We got TSLY. We have a buy call. We have a sell put. We got a sell call. Okay. So they added 500 new contracts to the synthetic 255, and they sold a call for this Friday, 227.50. Okay, that's easy to read. Now, what else did they do? They did a BC. So that would mean buy to close. The call looks like the call for that expired this Friday, 10/18, and it was for 330 contracts. And the strike that they closed is 260. They paid 10 cents. So when you see a low payment like that on a BC, that means typically they won their trade. And then what happened from there? Well, they used those same contracts right away, and they sold a call into the same week, 225 strike price. They lowered it because obviously Tesla's been going down. So 225 strike, and they also added a call credit spread for 237.50. So they got a 225 credit, and they paid 50 cents for the call credit spread. All right, let's take a look at the sheet. All right, so where are we at? Where is TSLY? Got a lot going on in there. So so TSLY, again, so they added, if we go back here, look at the synthetic, 255, right? They added 500 to the 255. Tesla is at 219. Someone please explain to me, what the hell's the point of the 245 if they're not going to use it, right? Go up here. They haven't done anything since September 19th. What the hell's the point of it? And again, I could double check. We got the holdings on the last tab. No reason to jump ahead, but is it still there? 13.15. Yeah, it's hanging out. 245. I don't understand why they add to the higher synthetic. They have the lower synthetic, which is more possible of obtaining profits, but they're adding to the 255. This is the second time now, so I got nothing left to say about that. But anyway, the pointless 245 synthetic just hangs around there by itself as if it doesn't exist. So let's move on to the 255. Here's the 500 contracts that they added. The buy call, they paid 410, and the sell put, they got a credit of 38.30. So obviously, they made money adding to this because it's a super risky play, right? Why is it a super risky play? Because they're saying, all right, I'll buy the shares at that price at 255, and we're at 219. We're 14% away from that price, but it does expire in 32 days. And if Tesla has really good earnings, this will be a forgotten point. However, if Tesla has bad or okay earnings, we may be in the same boat. Well, bad earnings, forget it. Then we're playing catch up, and we could be under 200. But you never know. We'll see how things go. Typically, what I notice, and this is just what I notice, if leading up to earnings, again, it's not this week, it's next week. But if there's a sell-off leading up to earnings, then regardless of what earnings says, I notice it jumps after earnings. And if if there's not a sell-off, if we're turning essentially green, we're going up into earnings, then there'll be a sell-off after earnings, regardless of what the earnings says. That's at least what I've noticed. But who the hell knows, man? Who the hell knows? But let's move on. Okay, October tab. Let's see how Tesla did yesterday. Tesla 1014. Tesla went up 0.62%. Not the reaction I thought after the Friday sell-off, but still went up 0.62%. Tesla actually beat Tesla. TSLY went up 0.89%. Okay, moving on. Let's see what the trades look like. Get everything in one page here. There you go. What a beauty. Oh my God, look at this. Tesla, it looks bad. It's actually not, but I'll show you in a second. But anyway, the 330 contracts, if you look at the top, very top, row 16, see where they paid 10 cents? That's how much they paid to close that position. All right. So if you look at the amount they paid, $3,300. In the end, it was a profit of $143,000. So that was another win in the win bucket. All right, so moving on. They used those 330. Let's jump ahead right here. They chose a 225 strike price. And by the way, look, 225, 225, 225, 225. So all of this nonsense, right? It looks like chaos. They're all 225, 225, 237.50, 225, 237.50, 225, 237.50, 225, 237.50. And then there's a 227, but we'll talk about it in a second. But anyway, so essentially all eggs in one basket, 225 strike price, 2.66% out of the money. 237.50 call credit spread, that's 8.37% out of the money. Again, that expires for this Friday. Do they need the call credit spread on the non-earnings week? Maybe not. They probably could have just went a little further out of the money, but you never know with Tesla. And again, they do have 500 contracts hanging around here. 227.50 strike price, 3.81% out of the money. And by the way, yesterday's trade, what did this pay? On an annualized basis, 73%. Their 30-day IV is 56%. All right. Outstanding shares, did it move? Yes, people bought in. 725,000 outstanding shares. Wow. Wowza. All right, here's the recap. 30-day IV, 56%. Outstanding shares, 64,700,000. Total net income, 23.6 mil. Total distribution, 37 cents. Daily income, 3 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.25%. And if you annualize that, it's 90%. So obviously, so far, so good for Tesla. And then this is what Optimus, I believe his name is. I figured I'd just add him to the thing. He's just hanging out. He's their robot, right? What does he do? I don't freaking know. I don't watch enough of the Tesla stuff. You guys know more than me. But anyway, it was just kind of like a boring day for Tesla outside of those trades. So I figured I'd just throw some random image in there. Their next declaration is actually coming up already, 15 days away. All right, so payment information. Let's see what we got now. We got synthetic income, 5.5 mil of it. Short call income, 23.6 mil. So that's a total net income of 29.2 mil. So So far, we've made 45 cents per share for the month of October. I know they don't do months anymore, but again, this is like, we'll call it the second week payout or whatever the hell. And then we'll talk about short call income, 37 cents per share. 6 wins, 1 loss. We are doing well. Now, throw that number into the Rotomator. We are looking at a 79-cent payment, which is an 83% yield. Based on the IV alone, we're looking at 57% IV, 54-cent payment on the next distribution. So anywhere between 54 cents and 79 cents. The prior distribution was $1.09. So obviously that's a cut either way you think about it, but they could pay what they pay. Yep, they do that all the time. So let's go to the holdings. All right, so what do we got here? We got, just freaking, again, should we call them gold diggers? I don't know. Hopefully they're just temporarily hanging out. But those pink ones, man, woo-wee, very expensive. Yeah, our synthetics are just not pretty right now. And then we got the calls. They all expire Friday, so we'll have to let them play out. And then we'll go right down here, and we'll go right to our total net assets, 731 mil. The NAV is 11.31. The trade price is 11.32. Difference is a massive penny. All right, let's move on to NVDY. NVDY, 119 synthetic, 90. All contracts are there. 90,640. Doing well as usual. 16% above. And it expires in 32 days, so they don't have to do crap with it unless they need it for a bailout. Their earnings happens after, assuming that's the date, after the synthetic expiration. Let's move on to the October tab and see how NVIDIA did yesterday. What the heck did they do? They went up 2.43%. All right, good job, NVIDIA. And then NVIDIA went up 1.77%. Okay. Are we capped? Are we capped? Yes, we are. Why? Why are we capped? But we do have a, call credit spread. Not helping, but we have one. Yay. 1,600 and 89,040. I don't feel like adding them. 138 strike price, 0.05% in the money. Yay. But it's okay, right? It's okay. Our break even, 139.75. NVIDIA's at what? 138.07. So, yeah. I mean, it's we'll see. We got 4 days to go, and if NVIDIA can stay flat or go down, we should be okay. But if they fly to the moon, we do have the call credit spread. The call credit spread is a 145. It's 5% away from helping, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay. Outstanding shares, nothing, no movement, nothing happened. 30-day IV is kind of weak, very disappointing lately. Their 30-day IV is 46%. Outstanding shares, 48,825,000. And guess what, guys? Income, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. No trades. Still no trades since they freaking declared. But pretty boring. Oh, yeah, this is scary. See, that's scary? Because we're pretty much around the dead zone. So, and it's almost Halloween. So guess what? He's going to hang around here as long as we're in the dead zone. We should come up with a name for him. Because we lost Roddy, unfortunately. Gets cold and Roddy just bounces. He's like, I'm out of here. This is a cold-ass garage. Who the hell would sit in this garage? But yeah, he left for probably another bougie house with a garage with heat. All right, so October income, like we said, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, Rotomator, useless. All right, IV, 46%. Based on IV, we're looking at 98 cents. But again, we'll see. They just declared last week, so we don't really need to talk about it. They love dollars, dollar, 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 dollar. All right, outstanding holdings, what do we got? Well, yeah, we got a moneymaker in the synthetic. But do we need to use it? It doesn't look like it. So far, so good. Again, but we'll see how it plays out. But man, oh man, look at all that money. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to cash that out before the fiscal year ends because it may or may not be true income overall. We can try to run the numbers. I probably should be doing that. sooner than later just to see. But either way, the total net assets 1.2 billion, 1.2 billion, 1.2 billion, bigger than some freaking funds in general. Some overall, like, I don't know, this fund itself is just massive to think. It's just, I can't believe how big NVDY got. But the NAV is 25.31. The trade price is 25.31. So who's the GOAT, NVDY or MSTY? NVDY or MSTY? I don't know. Let's go to MSTY. MSTY shareholders hate when I call NVDY the GOAT. They absolutely hate it. So here is their baby. This is MSTY. So MSTY has 30,490 contracts, all at the 195 synthetic, and they're only 3.42% above that now, right? They were up. They were flying yesterday, and then they went down. Why? No idea, because Bitcoin didn't. So what the hell were they doing? I don't know. I was happy because I bought back in. So like we said, 32 days till expiration. Earnings happens before that, so we'll let that play out, and we'll have a party. All right, so what were the final numbers yesterday? Believe it or not, MSTR went down 5.14%. MSTY only went down 3%. So MSTY is still at $28. Yes. I mean, I bought it at that high, which is ridiculous. But again, remember, I cashed out. I made a profit. So my strategy now, if you guys care, is, and this wasn't my strategy was to buy MSTY, have it pay my car payment. Since then, I've made so much money, I had to, I don't know, I took profits. I bought back in. I took more profits. And now guess what? I bought back in again. So I bought 100. It dropped again. I bought another 100. So now I'm at 200. If today it drops, I'll buy another 100. If today it goes up, I don't buy anything. I wait. But if it drops and it continues to go below my cost basis, I will buy 100 a pop. Until, I don't know until, but I mean, hopefully it doesn't keep dropping. But hopefully, I'd like to get to a point where I have at least 1,000 shares again, and then I'll let it fly to the moon. But then will I sell if I make a profit? Probably. I don't know. It's just, again, I have other funds now that pay the car payment, which I'll get into that in the dividend car video. But anyway, 16,745 contracts, 225 strike price, 11.57% out of the money. Great freaking spot to be in. 13,745 contracts, lower strike of the two, obviously, 210. Even this one's out of the money now, 4.13% out of the money. So there's a lot of potential for MSTY to fly high now. It was above 30, so that's nothing new now. And it should probably go back. Who knows? We'll see. And they do have this credit call spread at 245, 21% away from helping, but we'll see. Outstanding shares, nothing. Here's the recap. 30-day IV. Oh, my God. 107%. Look at that. All right. I give up. MSTY's the GOAT. I know. I said it probably a million times now at this point, so it's nothing new. Look at that. That makes it the GOAT. You can't beat that. You can't touch that IV. NVIDIA's IV sucks. MSTR IV, 107%? Are you freaking kidding me? This is an options trader's dream, looking at this, at a stock they're willing to trade. Oh, man, 107%. You know, this is like AMC status almost, right? AMC and GME. They're around like 200% half the time, but 107%? God, you can make a lot of money doing options. So anyway, let's move on. Outstanding shares, 22.3 mil. Okay. Income, nope. It's a loss of 35.1 mil. All right, let's move on. What's the reaction? Money. All MSTY shareholders are making money. They're all happy. Everyone's in a good mood. Everyone's happy, right? Except for the people that sold. But again, I'm one of those people, but I bought back in. I'm not going to sit here and cry. I'm just going to make a profit, buy back in, make a profit, buy back in. A lot of people just buy and hold, and that's fine. I have no, you guys can do whatever the hell you want, whatever makes you happy. But either way, if you own MSTY, whether you hold or you've sold, you made money. So that's just money. Money, money, money. Group D declares next week, 8 trading days, or no, 8 days, 8 days overall, 10/23. Tomorrow, Group C will declare. All right, payment information ready? Y'all ready for this? September, synthetic income, yes, ridiculous, 180 million. Let's deduct out those losses, 35 million. Total net income shows 145 million. That comes to $6.52 per share. Okay. So if we look at how much they actually have to pay out, I am showing $3.68. All right. For those of you that missed it the other day, I did a calculation based on like this NAV reserve from the beginning. It shows, okay, like they made that first payment in the beginning, they made like a ridiculous amount. Total income per share, they made $8.77 that first month. Like what? And people were freaking out. And they ended up paying $4.64 from that. So I'm sorry, they paid $4.12 out of that. And I'm showing essentially the holdback was $4.64 per share. I know per share doesn't work in the long run. You have to show like income. So I do have the credit carry forward, if that works too, of 6.1 million. But then the next month, if you look, they lost 639 per share, but they paid out 252. So they lost 891. So essentially they lost all of that and then some. So in the end, the NAV reserve column, I'm showing a debit of 243. Basically, since we're at the end of the fiscal year, the 652 they made this month, do they have to pay out 90% of that? I'm saying no, they don't, because they can offset 243 per share of that, which would make this 368. And again, I understand the per share crap don't work as good as the actual income and outgo totals, which I'll have to work on for next fiscal year. But for now, this is the best I got. So we're going to go ahead and say 368 is the estimate. Not even gonna, I mean, we can go down here if you want, but based on the IV, it's 257. I think it's going to be let's just say $3 range, man. It's going to be in the $3 range. Has to be. Unless they make even more money, but we'll see. It doesn't look that way. So the synthetic 195 is just hanging out. It's just chilling. It expires on November 15th, which is after the end of the fiscal year, so they can let that roll until then. And then they got the calls for this week. We'll let them play out as well. All right. Total net assets, 638.1 mil. The NAV is 28.62. The trade price is 28.63. Okay. All right. So let's move on to CONY AMZY. We go to CONY because they had a trade, right? Actually, my hands are freaking cold now. Damn garage. So this CONY crap, like they're nuts. This is nuts. This is freaking nuts. Let's get nuts. I mean, look at this. All you really need to know is they freaking did a synthetic bailout. They closed a whole bunch of crap and they closed their synthetic, but look how much they made. Look at the top. Sold call, 39,065 contracts. 4080. That sold call that produced 4080. And then right below that, BC, buy to close the put, they paid 1261. So that synthetic that they cashed out, yeah, CONY's been going up finally, by the way, or coin, I should say, and then CONY in return. But yeah, they cashed out. So guess what, guys? My prediction of CONY is probably going to be way off. Because obviously I make the prediction on the weekend and a lot can happen before declaration date. And here and it is in a prime example. CONY's finally freaking moving and here we go. So let's take a look at the numbers. Again, this is a lot of stuff going on this spreadsheet. Too much to talk about. But for yesterday, how did it actually go? How did coin do? Coin went up 10.17%. CONY went up 6.77%. Hey, that's not bad, man. Cap to hell, but look at CONY. It's 14.18. What a freaking recovery. For those of you that sold out because you got, worried and whatever, sorry, but patience is good with these crypto ones. I know CONY, it's scary, right? CONY was scary, super low. But that can happen to MSTY too, right? It could, it could happen to any one of these funds. But CONY is like having a nice recovery, $14. You gotta love it, man. So I did show this. I did throw some numbers in here. So the 39,065 contracts, obviously 100 shares per contract. Then they made 4080. So, and what is this? I think that's the outstanding. Oh, that's the outstanding shares or whatever. Okay, so anyway, I'm showing that they made 159 million basically for the buy call, and then the put cost 49 million to close. So in the end, the synthetic cashed out at 110 million or 216 per share. But yes, there were closeouts on the weeklies. So obviously this number takes a beating from that as well. So let's call it an even dollar. Let's just say they made another dollar, right? So, and overall, I think my estimate was 92 cents on CONY. You guys, safe to say, I think you guys are getting your dollar. When I say you guys, I also have CONY too. So we're getting a dollar. There's no freaking way we're not getting a dollar now. So yeah, look out for that. They'll declare tomorrow. So good timing, man. Good timing. All right. So what do we got here? They got a new synthetic, a 190 hanging out. Okay, chilling. The expiration date 12/20. By the way, what was the expiration date of the old synthetic? It was 12/20. So this synthetic that they closed out expired so far into the future, yet they still closed it out, and they chose a new synthetic 190. 190. I think it was 165. So now we're at 190. So all right, now what do we got for this week? 1018s. Yeah, we got 1018s. All right, so zoom out. All right, 39,065 contracts, all eggs in one basket, 197.50 strike price, 0.59% out of the money. Yeah, a little tight, you think? 39,065 also call credit spread, 207.50, 5% from helping. All right, well, I don't think that matters. Who cares at this point? It's payday, it's declaration day tomorrow. Everyone wants to know what they're going to get paid, and they can move on with their lives. All right, total net assets, 719 mil. The NAV is 1410. Trade price 1418. All right, synthetic bailout. You see how much here? It doesn't matter really, honestly. We just did that. So 30-day IV. Look at that IV, man. 87%. Oof. I'm not going to lie. Being in CONY was a short-term thing. Again, I was buying the discount, and I was going to sell out when I had a gain. To be honest, at the discount it never really ended, and I'm finally almost about to break even. So I'm going to make a decision. I'm probably, once I get out of CONY, I'm not going to go back in because you guys know I mentioned this earlier on. It's just too much. It's too much. MSTY, okay. MSTY I could do. But CONY, you got to rely on Coinbase. You got to rely on the government not getting involved and screwing that up. You got to, trust BlackRock not to push them out, even though they have a deal with them. But it's just too much. I don't want that. I don't need that. So my opinion on CONY is, Coin has an awesome IV. So if you believe in Coin for the long term, I don't know, this could really make you some money. It's just, can you sleep at night knowing this? Anyway, so that based on that 30-day IV, we're showing 96-cent payment. But like I said, you're going to get over $1. There's no doubt about it. This is obviously for Group C, and that declaration date is tomorrow, right? What's today? Today's the 15th. Yeah, 15th. So that's it. That's the update on CONY. Let's go to AMZY. Yo, AMZY. Amazon went down 0.68%. AMZY went down 0.36%. Boring day. AMZY's boring. I get some comments now. Keep AMZY. Don't keep AMZY. Keep AMZY. I still haven't done the poll, but we'll get to it. All right, so what do we got here? We got, Amazon's at what, 187. Their synthetic is at 185. So it's just kind of hanging out in the, little, who cares, whatever, right? But it does expire November 15th, 1 month away. Now, they got calls, obviously, expiring this Friday. Let's see what they look like. Get the right zooming. It's not easy. 9,525 contracts, 187.50, 0.02% in the money. Yikes. 215 contracts, 192.50 strike price, 2.64% out of the money. Well, the 215 is basically nothing compared to the top one, but we'll see how it plays out. They do have backup. They do have security. They do have Butt Buddy. And Butt Buddy is 4% away from helping or 5% away from helping. So kind of useless at the moment, kind of in the dead zone, but we'll see how things play out. Synthetic bailout, not worth mentioning. Let's talk about the total net assets, 182.3 mil. The NAV is 1950, and the trade price is 1948. All right, 30-day IV. Yeah, not bad. For Amazon, 37%. IV estimate, 57 cents. They come up next week, too, with MSTY. Group D, obviously, 10/23 declaration date. So, yeah. AMZY. Do we like AMZY? What do you think? I mean, it seems like we do, but how's their, total net assets? Kind of weak sauce, right? 182 mil. But put your money where your mouth is, right? Anyway, let's move on. So that's the end. That's all the funds. TSLY, NVDY, CONY, right? The usual. So now we'll go to the pre-market, right? What else is there? That's it. Pre-market time. So we will refresh. This is marketwatch.com that I use. And no, they did not sponsor me. What is wrong with them, right? They should. I use their website every day. So shout out to MarketWatch. Not like I ever had I do get sponsor emails actually, guys. But it's from some weird shit I never even heard of. Like some stuff I heard of, but some, if you don't use it, what are you doing? Like how do you like talk about something that you don't even use? I don't know. But MarketWatch I use. So I could see talking about them. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Tesla is down 0.71%. This is as of 5:28 a.m. Okay. Tesla's down. Whatever. TSLY is down 0.53%, 11.26. Do we care? Maybe. NVIDIA is down. Oh, God, we got a lot of red. 3 in a row. It's down 136 it's down 0.87%. It's at 136.87. NVDY is down 0.83%. It's at 25.10. Coin green. Coin is up 1.54%. It's at 199.37. CONY is up 1.27%. 14.36. Congrats, CONY people. You are very happy. I know you are. MSTR. Green. How about you stay red and I could buy more of you? Not you, but your friend MSTY. MSTR is up 1.87%. It's at 205.45. MSTY is up 1.78%. It's at 29.14. TSLL. Here we go. It's down 1.47%. It's at 9.38. Options update. Nothing. I did nothing. Well, number one, I was at the freaking theme park the whole day. Number two, Tesla wasn't really doing anything. So TSLL wasn't really doing anything. So if it was going to dip, I was going to sell more puts. If it was going to fly to the moon, I was going to sell calls. But I'm pretty far away from selling calls, so it'd have to go really high. At the most yesterday, maybe it was up 4%. I don't even know. But either way, if it's going to stay red today, then I'll sell puts. And eventually, yes, I'm going to sell puts through earnings. I don't give a damn. Give me that premium. Yes, of course, TSLL can tank because Tesla can tank. But that's the name of the game, right? You got to play it. I'm playing it. TNA is down 0.18%. It's at 45.14. It's a little high for my likings. However, I'm kind of taking a break on these others until earnings probably on Tesla. AMZY is down 0.2%. It's at 14.87. AMZY is green. It's up 0.21%, 19.52. Can't go wrong with AMZY, man. You gotta love it. Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin red. Coin up and MSTR up. What's up with that? So yeah, Bitcoin hits 65K. That's a big milestone. What's going to happen now? People going to sell off? People going to keep buying all the way up to 100K? Nobody knows. Well, apparently the crypto people think they do, but who knows? BitX, yeah, way too expensive, but it's down 0.59%. It's at 30.15. And SOXL, last one on the list, it's down 2.06%. It's at 39.98. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's the freaking update, man. What more do you want from me, right? My hands are frozen. Actually, it's not even that cold out. My hands are frozen. It's gonna be a long winter video session. I guess I gotta come more prepared for this. But anyway, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. All right. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments below. If you would like to help this channel further, please feel free to share this video with your friends and family, or I do have this membership thing I did sign up for. There's 2 options. You can go check them out. And thank you all for whoever did sign up. You guys are awesome. And yes, I do plan on posting more members only videos in the future. So bear with me on that. Outside of that, that's pretty much all I got. I'm freaking going back to work today. Had to take PTO because, of course, it wasn't a holiday at my job. Why would it be, right? God forbid. Schools are closed, but my job's not, so I take PTO. And it was kind of like work because I was chasing 3 kids around, right? Of Great Adventure. So, yeah. Anyway, so we're at the end of the video, and you guys know the drill. You got to think of a freaking keyword, man. Freaking keyword. So today's keyword is freaking CONY, man. Freaking CONY in a good way, right? Freaking CONY. Tomorrow, we're going to be like, I got $1, I got $1, I got $1, hey, 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 hey. You got $1. We're all going to have $1, right? CONY's $1. So keyword should probably be either freaking CONY or I got $1. Because tomorrow, I think we got $1, right? We definitely got $1. Dollar, 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 dollar. All right, enough about the dollars, enough yapping. I'm done for the day. You guys got to go to work. I got to go to work. And then we'll talk again tomorrow, okay? Just want to say thank you for watching this crazy person in the garage who's freezing. It means a lot. It does. My channel has been doing pretty well, and I'm very happy with the results. I'm very happy with my new content that I'm coming out with. The one I did yesterday and the one I did Sunday. I'm revamping both. It's going to be a little different from the last one, but stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for Dividend Car. Stay tuned for options. Again, I'm having fun, and YouTube pays pretty decent, and then the people who sign up for memberships, it even helps even more. So again, thank you all. All right, I gotta go. Let me post this video, and we'll start the premiere at 6:30 a.m. as usual. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're up at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can watch this video with us in the live chat. The video's not live, but the chat is live, okay? It's awesome. Good time. Crazy people. They start ranting on about random stuff. They don't even watch the video. They just talk. They go there to talk, and then they watch the video later. But that's better for me, right? Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Later.